What's up, my dudes? Recently, I've been kind of getting a little burnt out on ESO, and as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be trying to turn my characters into like a trading card. I think this is going to turn out pretty cool. I've already built the card style, and I already went ahead and made a VibeKnight card, so I'll show you all that here in a minute. But I think this is pretty cool. I just kind of wanted to take a break from the game for a while. But I still wanted to create content for it, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I've got a nice little surprise at the end of this video, so make sure to stick around to the end. I think you all are going to like it, and let's go ahead and just get it rolling. So, got Photoshop loaded up here, and you know, I've probably spent about 4 years working in Photoshop, so I know my way around it pretty well. I've also done a little bit of time using AI art, so I kind of know how to make a nice background. We go over to my fashion guide thumbnail videos. I've already got a ton of my characters cut out, so you know it'll be easy to just kind of carry these over and turn them into cards. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So let's go ahead back. We'll look at a VibeKnight here. So I've got VibeKnight loaded up on the screen here. So let's take a look here. So I want to get the card outer design as well as the faction changes. So as you can see there, you have your Aldmeri color style, and if you want to change that, you can see over here on the bottom right, all I have to do is change the colors there. So it's pretty easy, you know, Daggerfall, Ebonheart. It's a pretty easy change. So other than that, we have class. So up in the top left there, you get your little class symbol based on the class that your character is, and you just change it. You get your Templar, Warden, Necromancer, Nightblade, Sorcerer, Arcanist. You get the deal. So Dragon Knight, since VibeKnight's a Dragon Knight. And then just to kind of make it look kind of cool, we got some stars. You know, it's a high rarity card, you know. And we also need the name, so I made a card name section spot for it. So see there, VibeKnight, and then backgrounds. So currently I use Imagine AI to create backgrounds. So that's what I went ahead and did for VibeKnight here, and as you can see, the card's looking pretty good there. But you know, we need an ultimate ability thrown in there, so I decided to go ahead and kind of make it Pokemon type themed and throw a move in on it. So we have Serenade, performs /loot and puts his opponents into a music-induced coma. I misspelled rendering there, but rendering certain victory. So let me go ahead and change that real quick. I get text pulled up. So, but yeah, that's the whole idea. Just making some trading card style cards for my characters in ESO. I think it's gonna be pretty cool, and I'll go ahead and just kind of roll into the next character. So all I need to do is go into my, you know, my fashion video. Make sure he's fully selected. So I've got the next character I want to make covered. All I have to do is copy that and then paste it in, and you'll see that it puts him in there. So I'll drag him into the characters section, open that up. I can hide VibeKnight. I'll call this guy Necromancer or something along those lines. And then all I have to do is expand on him a little bit bigger there, and we're gonna get rid of that background because that's not gonna work for us here. So this guy's gonna be Ebonheart packed, so all I have to do is change its faction. Ebonheart, hide Aldmeri, so give it a weird shade. You can see this, if I can get my thing to scroll, you see this layer here. So what we do here is you go to the outer glow, you have your Aldmeri, and then your color code, your Ebonheart is with its color code, and then Daggerfall with its color code. So all I have to do, select the color. Since we're going with Ebonheart, all I have to do is type in that color code right down here. F8 A00. So now we've got our Ebonheart color. I believe that's what was already on it, but just figured I'd go ahead and show you how I'm doing this here. So we've got that. The card is Ebonheart faction. Class, he's going to be a necromancer. So we'll switch that emblem. And then we got to change the name. So card names, probably just going to do a new text. It's not too much point in just changing it every time, because then if I want to go back and edit it, you know, I have to redo it. So we'll just make a new name for it. And we'll go with Jersey Sharp. So I did the previous one with. We'll just call him the Hollowjack Necro. Right. That's going to be a pretty big name, so I'm going to have to tighten it in a bit. There. And we want that under the card names. We'll hide VibeKnight. We'll give that, actually, no, we're good. Outer glow. Change that up a bit. So we want it to be black. Full opacity. Smaller, no, normal range. Spread size, that's what we're looking for. There we go. That looks better. So we have our Hollowjack Necro. And then to make things even cooler, we can go in and add a gradient overlay. Let's go with, I don't know. He's gonna be an Ebonheart, so we gotta probably stick to that red theme. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I kind of like those. Yeah, we'll go with that. That looks good. Yeah, here, we're just sticking with that one. So we got our Hollowjack Necro. Let's get rid of the move set. I'll make one of them in a bit. Let's go ahead and get the background going. So as you can see, I just generated two pretty basic ones. A little bit of changing I gotta do here. So a negative prompt. We're not looking for any kind of people, human. Definitely don't want necromancer. That would kind of get rid of all the skeletons. We'll put that in there as well. So that's gonna hide all the people. We just want a really nice looking background. So we'll go ahead and kind of change up the prompt here a bit. I'm not sure what to put. Dusky night graveyard. If I could, learn how to spell. There we go. Let's see what we get with that. That's interesting. Let's let's switch up the style here. That might give us, we use stable diffusion. Might give us a better outcome. Ooh, I kind of like that. Let's see how that one rolls. Download. I can kind of change that pink color, but that kind of goes nicer with the name. I don't know, we'll see. Alright. So we have our background. Let me just paste that in here. So we have a background. I just need to figure out what I want to do with this. So firstly, let's get it turned into a smart object so I can resize it. Kind of like that. That looks good. So what I can do with this then is do a selective color and kind of change it to what I want. So with this red, we're kind of in a really dark red. We probably want a bit more yellow on there. So I'll clip that on. I'm just gonna change it a little bit. I don't want to change that one. That's magenta. Oh, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Oh, that looks pretty decent. I think we need a bit more contrast here too. Let's see what an exposure layer does here. Reduce the exposure. No, that's not it. Try a curves adjustment. That might help with the glare that we're seeing there. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So do that, and then I think just adding clipping mask and kind of painting the bottom there black a bit might be a good idea. Blend it in with the look that we're seeing a bit. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Oh, we don't want that. Definitely don't want that. Let me go to the eraser tool. So I put a bit too much on there. Size that up a bit. I think that looks pretty good. There's one more thing I gotta do though. Just get rid of all that blue up in the sky. The cyan, magenta like. There we go. Now it's looking pretty nice. So with that, we're going to go to characters. I'm gonna add an outer glow on him. Honestly, I don't want to. No, we don't want that. We're gonna keep it black. Get that in place, and then we want to do a hue and saturation layer. Glue that on. So basically what I'm doing here is making the character blend in a bit with the background. So colorize him. I'll probably go for an orange or orangish color. Saturate, light. That looks pretty good. So all I gotta do is invert that. Use my brush tool. Lower the flow a bit. Decrease the size. I can just kind of, a bit too much opacity there. Let's reduce that. That's not looking too good. Let me do one more thing. Let's see if I can no, don't do that. It's not work. What we'll do is we'll just kind of glare it in a bit. Don't need that much. I wonder if it would just be better without the outer glow. We'll leave this one without the outer glow. I think it'll look better. I think it will look better. Move sets. I'm gonna give him an attack. And we'll call that Oh, it's not typing. Nope, still selecting bold. Soon. Soul. So we'll call it. That typing is gonna need to be white. For sure. Minimize that a bit. It's a good spot. And stares into the depths of the victim's soul. Man, I cannot type. And absorbs its very essence. Let's see. That sounds pretty good to me. What about you all? Gotta reduce some resizing here, so that'll go up to about an 11 point. Take that down a bit. That will also get an outer glow. There we go. I think I want to go back and change the name. Get rid of that gradient. Yeah, gradient didn't match as well as I thought it would. See what a dark orange looks like. I like that. That looks pretty good. Let's stick with that one. And yeah, there you have it. It's our Necro character. The Hollowjack Necro. And that's really the whole process for making these cards. It's pretty simple, straightforward, and easily repeatable. So I've gone ahead and done this for 8 of my tunes. So I'll go ahead and show you those now, and then make sure to stick around for that little surprise I have at the end. First up is Entrail. He's an Ebonheart Pact sorcerer, and his special ability is Siphon. He uses blood magic to absorb his opponent's blood, bestowing eternal life on the user. The next card is Fury. He's an Ebonheart Pact sorcerer, and his special ability is a Dose of Despair. The mere sight of his atrocities bring his opponents to their knees, begging for mercy. You all got to see the Hollowjack Necro already, but he's an Ebonheart Pact necromancer, and his special ability is Consume Soul. He stares into the depths of his victim's soul and absorbs its very essence. This next card was really fun to make, and he doesn't have a name because he's just that mysterious. So his special ability is the Unholy Offspring of Doom. Know that when you lay eyes on this being, it's the very last thing you will ever see. And he is a Daggerfall Covenant Dragon Knight. Next up we have Sparticus. He is an Aldemary Dominion Warden, and his special ability is For Glory. Years of hardened battle allow this warrior to break out into a blood craze, to protect his honor, of course. Up next is Speed. He's a Daggerfall Covenant Nightblade, and his special ability is Extreme Speed. He attacks with extreme precision and speed, leaving his opponents wondering why they're just a torso lying on the ground. The next card is Swarm Lord. He is a Daggerfall Covenant Arcanist, and his special ability is Horde. He sends his swarm of bats to envelop his opponent, leaving nothing but bones. And lastly, you all saw VibeKnight at the very beginning of the video, but his ability is Serenade. He performs /loot and puts his opponent into a music-induced coma, rendering certain victory. So, what's the surprise? Well, I've decided to do this for some of your characters. So if you'd like to get involved, you'd like to see your character as a trading card, feel free to submit it to VibeKnight10@gmail.com. And guess what? You may see your tune in a video as a card. that's really all I have for this video, so I'll see you in the next one, my dudes.